so I'm sitting here on my computer, going through my video manager on YouTube, trying to just assess the damage of everything that Adpocalypse Part 2 has done, right? So we had Wave 1 back in February 2017. This is now August 2017. We got Wave 2. And I want to talk about this path that Google is moving down, and in general, advertisers and the entire internet is moving down, and how it affects everybody on the internet, okay? Whether you're like myself and you make YouTube videos, you're a content creator. That's the new word of the day. It sounds more professional than a douchebag who makes videos on YouTube, right? So whether you're a content creator or whether you're just somebody who likes to watch content that's been created online, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, whatever, this is going to be something that affects everybody and the types of content you watch and how you view that content and all that kind of stuff. Now, this very much mirrors what happened to television back in the day, where people got tired, and I say back in the day, it's only been in the last few years, but people got tired of paying for prepackaged bundled television where they got a bunch of channels they didn't want to watch and they got commercials. And so what happened? Well, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Sling TV, now CBS All Access, and even Disney Channel has announced next year that they're going to start their own streaming service where you can watch all their movies, all their TV shows, a lot of original programming and content that you can only get there, and a lot of other stuff with no ads. You just pay them 8, 10, 12 bucks a month, whatever it's going to be, and you'll be good to go, right? This is the way that television has been moving for a while. People pay for the specific content they want. And this is what is now happening to the internet. Now, it's happening for very different reasons, and I'll tell you what those two reasons are. One, you have very nervous, picky advertisers, and they're nervous and picky specifically because of what happened in television. People didn't want to watch their commercials anymore, so they found ways to enjoy content without watching their commercials. So advertisers are already nervous. They're already picky about where they place their ads. On top of that, you have political pressure. Okay, Media Matters. Media Matters is the left-wing organization that started the whole Google Adpocalypse thing back at the beginning of the year. If you don't know who Media Matters is, they are a political activist organization. They're the ones that go after conservative talk show hosts and that kind of thing. They went after Glenn Beck back in the day. They're the ones that got Bill O'Reilly fired by going after his advertisers and saying he's a sexual deviant to all his advertisers and all that kind of stuff, okay? They're the ones that went after Google's advertisers and said, hey, look, YouTube's got all this racist, extremist, right-wing content, and your videos are popping up in front of this. You need to do something about it, or we're going to come down on you as the political activist organization we are. We're going to start boycotts against you and all this other stuff, right? And so all these advertisers pulled their ads, and we had Adpocalypse Wave 1, all right? So what does this mean ultimately for the internet, right? What it means is very, very soon, if you're a content creator, you are not going to be able to rely on ad revenue to sustain you. In fact, most people are probably going to lose ad revenue altogether. Now, there will still be some people who will still get ad revenue if they have more benign channels that aren't political in any way, that aren't controversial in any way, or if you're a channel that finds sponsorship. You find an advertiser, a company that specifically wants to sponsor you, that they agree with your message and your videos, and they're willing to pay you to keep doing what you do. We saw a lot of the gun channels when Wave 1 of Adpocalypse hit get hooked up with places like the NRA and Bud's Gun Shop and some of these other ones, okay? And that's cool. They got sponsorship. That's awesome. But the vast majority of content creators are not going to be able to do that. So they are going to have to rely on viewer sponsorship, okay? Just like people pay for Netflix because they want to watch Netflix shows, people are going to have to start paying for the content that they want to watch. It sucks. If you're a content creator like myself, I absolutely hate having a Patreon page. I absolutely hate it. I feel like an e-beggar. I hate it. It makes me feel like crap. You guys know I almost never mention Patreon because it just makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad to take you guys' money. I'd rather get paid by some big corporation to put an ad in front of my video because it's not affecting you guys. And that sucks that this is now the direction we're moving, but it is. That's how things are going. So if you like certain channels, you're going to have to do the super chats and the Kickstarters and the Patreon and whatever else, you know, $1 a month, $5 a month, whatever, you know, for the channels you want to watch. And what this is going to do is it's going to weed out a lot of content over time, because this is a path that Google and the internet has set upon, and they're not going to stop. It's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. Okay, it's just something we're going to have to accept. So you're going to have to figure out, which channels, what content you like, and contribute to those the same way you would to your Netflix or your Hulu or your Amazon or whatever it is. Obviously not in the same way, because there is a difference. If you have Netflix, you pay for Netflix and you and your family get to watch Netflix and nobody else. Whereas if a channel is getting sponsored by enough people, it's not just those people that get to watch that content. Other people can watch it as well. So obviously not everybody has to be involved in that. So there is some differences, but it's differences that are going to have to be worked out at some point on some level. Otherwise, you're just going to see a lot of content creators just walk away. And people like myself, would have to go back to just being kind of a hobbyist YouTuber, where I just, put up a video once a week or something like that, and I'm not spending, 6 hours a week doing podcasts and all that kind of other stuff. You'll see that stuff start to happen to channels and to people, and that sucks, but it's the way things go. So this is very much how the internet is going. It's very much the same direction that television is going. I don't know if this second wave of Google Adpocalypse is the final nail in the coffin for ad revenue for most people, or if it's just another step, but very soon in the coming months, in the next year, this is going to be just the way things are if you're a content creator online. You either need sponsorship, you either need to have benign content that nobody's going to kind of cringe at putting an ad in front of, or you're going to have to look for viewer sponsorship. That's just the way it is. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. As always, I thank you guys for watching. You got any questions or comments about this stuff, leave it down below, and we will, of course, talk to you guys later. Thanks.